She has been described as part Retin, part Nadia, both former proteges of Bela Karolyi. This is Dominique Moceanu. She seems much older than her 14 years.
You know, last year she had a fixed smile on her face. She had that fire in her eyes. You just knew she was going to win this event. I don't see it this time around. It's almost scared, worried, just not sure about this routine.
Which would describe the demeanor of Bela as well, as you see in the center of your screen there.
It's a tumbling series here. 3 layouts in a row. She's solid on that one.
When we talk to Bela, he says to us, and I quote, "I can see in front of me what I saw when Nadia was a little girl. It is frighteningly similar."
Just a small check on that ending of her front tap.
It's a pretty veteran-like performance, though, right here.
You know, I mentioned earlier in the program the pressure that this little girl has, and you have to use those words again, little girl, because at 14, I don't know too many 14-year-olds who are on the cover of fashion magazines.
Let's remind everybody about the shin splint. She is suffering a nagging injury, and who knows how much that's playing on her mind. Just a dismount.
Face.
That's a relief.
All right.
Welcomed off the podium by Marta Karolyi, her beam coach.
The only major mistake in the exercise was that hop on the landing, but I love this right here. Maybe not all that difficult, but this is what gymnastics really needs. It needs some different stuff. And I guarantee you, you'll have a couple of 7-year-olds trying to do that probably on the edge of your table, so watch out at home, Mom.
She gets it naturally. Dominique's parents were born in Romania, where her dad, Dimitri, was a member of the junior national team, and her mom was a level 10 gymnast.
Of course, she capped off the routine with this round-up double tuck dismount. Relatively easy for Dominique. Sends it fairly high. Looks for the landing. Small hop. Have to clean that up.
Let's see what we have for a score here. See her taping her shins there at her ankle. A 9.80, so a good score. Now it's time for J.C. Phelps, who finds herself in the enviable and, for her, the unusual position of being our leader.
And, you know, she is well equipped to deal with this. The first thing that struck me when I saw J.C. Phelps was how cool a competitor she was. She competed in her first World Championships. It was one of her first major competitions. She did fantastic. So she knows how to deal with the pressure.
Good. Come on, Jay. Push through. Push through. All right. Come on, Jay. Come on, buddy. Nice face. Come on, bud. Come on. Come on. Come on. Feel the floor. Feel the floor. Patience. That's all right. Come on. Come on. Come on. Up.
I think the coaching is as entertaining as the performance.
It always is. You know, John, you talked about her being in a great position leading this competition, but I guarantee you one thing, she has no idea where she is at this point in time. She's just out there to do what she does in the gym every single day.
I think it would be too much pressure for them all to know, with Shannon and Dominique and JC all locked in that three-way race.
Well, you have to remember, in gymnastics, there's no defense, only offense. You don't really need to know what your competitor is doing. Here's a double front somersault. Very difficult because it's a blind landing. She lands a little bit hard on that, actually, Mary Lee, after the routine. You're back okay? And
they gave you the
no problem.
And a 9.8, which should keep her in the lead.
It would be so huge if she could come out on top at the end of this competition.
The National Championships is a place to lock in. Routines will be used for the Olympic Games. We will now see Dominique Dawes lock in her new floor exercise routine.
And gone are the trademark tumbling passes that we've been so used to seeing Dominique perform, the back-to-back tumbling, but I think you'll be happy with her choice. This is a big first pass.
It is hard to believe this is the same athlete that we saw earlier today warming up. The crowd loves it. Dominique Dawes.
I sure would like to know what she did from this morning. You know, what made her famous was the back-to-back tumbling passes that we got so used to seeing. The crowd loved it. We loved it. It was awesome. But she's chosen the double layout for her first tumbling run, and it was a great one. Perfectly laid out. Excellent.
You know, the night before the competition began, I saw Dominique. There's a big fountain where the athletes are staying. She took a penny from her pocket, closed her eyes, and made a wish and threw it in. Well, maybe she was only worried about optionals, and it's coming through now.
When she was little, she would write 3 words on a mirror right before a meet: determination, dedication, and dynamic, and a 9.850. So ever since the bars, she's been turning in great scores. Shannon Miller, the most decorated American gymnast in history, is fighting to unseat a new face. Miller is next.